epoxy resin tables are made using a relatively simple technology. A wooden slab is used for the task. It's a longitudinal cut of a tree with raw edges, which allow you to create an unusual natural pattern on the surface. Several slabs are placed in a special mold, and then the space between them is filled with colored resin, and here is the result. Proof that you can boost your skills and enjoy them in any profession. Finishing the parquet floor includes applying a layer of protective varnish. This can be done with a roller, or as this master does, with a special trowel. At the initial stage of production, caramel is a plastic viscous material that's processed repeatedly. In the end, the hot mass is stretched until you get a thin, candy-thick piece. This turns into the sweets that we all love. For this, it's cut with a molding machine. Cooled caramel has a different texture, so it gets cut instantly. Artificial turf in sports stadiums is composed of many individual parts. One of the most pleasant things to watch is the last stage, when white or coloured markings are placed in the joints. The strip is applied with special equipment on top of the pre-applied glue. Using a wide paint roller can significantly increase your productivity, assuming of course that you know how to handle it like this pro. Professional high-pressure washers are not only in demand in the cleaning industry. The power of the water jets is enough to remove paint materials, so they're also useful in car repair shops. As you can see, even difficult surfaces can be treated in a couple of seconds. Golf courses need regular mowing. This is usually done with special mowers at a fairly high speed to save time. Using specialized equipment, new holes can be made in an instant. Hole cutters are hammered into the ground, the soil is removed in one movement, after which the hole immediately has the right shape. When laying self-leveling flooring, several types of material are used. All of them are liquid and harden over time, which means that they must be handled with care. To distribute the mixture on the surface, the master uses a wide screed. It allows them to apply a thin layer of material and drive it into the corners. To avoid leaving marks on the surface, the worker uses special shoes with spiked soles. The joint between the roof and the wall is covered with a special profile to protect it from moisture. In this case, the tiles were convex, which made the work harder, but the experts did a great job. They cut the metal to fit the shape of the roof using conventional construction scissors. To make the edges of the lawn look perfectly flat and neat, the pros use hand trimmers. They have a vertical circular blade that cuts through the ground and removes excess grass and roots. Working on this lathe requires great patience and accuracy from the worker. The number of revolutions can reach 1200 per minute, which means that you have to work at a huge speed. However, even a single mistake can completely ruin the workpiece. It's not always possible to uproot a stump. In this case, a special grinder comes into play. The cutting head of this equipment in a few minutes turns the wood into a fine sawdust, after which the site is cleaned of the remaining debris with a tractor and industrial vacuum cleaner. Roadside maintenance involves mowing the vegetation. In this case, it's performed with the help of a tractor equipped with a side mulcher. This is an attachment equipped with blades or hammers. They cut and shred grass, leaves and small branches at a height of up to 2 meters. Plastering all the surfaces is one of the most time-consuming parts of restoring or building a pool. A whole team handles the process to speed it up. One worker sprays a thick layer of material on the walls and floors, while everyone else smooths it out, making the surface flat. To save yourself the expense of finishing a wall with real stone, you can imitate it, as this master did. He uses a thin tool to remove a thin layer of plaster that hasn't yet set so that the lines look like joints between the stones. This worker chose a special shrub hedge trimmer for hedge trimming. The tool has a long, straight blade, allowing the worker to create perfectly flat, smooth surfaces, and the extended handle allows it to cut at great heights. Sprayed polyurethane foam is widely used for insulation of walls and roofs of houses. The material is supplied in special cylinders and is applied to the surface in a thin layer. The composition of the mixture is such that upon contact with air, it significantly increases in volume, about 20 times. Due to the ability to expand, this foam is ideal for working in hard-to-reach places because it fills all the space. Workers usually use stencils to quickly draw road markings. Real pros, however, are able to draw even complex lines by eye. The work equipment is a special machine that feeds the paint to the nozzle under high pressure, spraying it in a wide, even stream. The paint sets on the surface quickly, so there's no margin for error. Even a neglected car front console can be given a tidy look with some professional help. Here, the master first uses a vacuum cleaner with a fine nozzle to remove dust and coarse debris from every crevice. Then the surfaces are treated with cleaning foam, wiped down and wiped dry with a microfiber cloth. Epoxy resin can also be used to create decorative elements such as paintings. Here it performs the role of a coating, and at the same time a bonding material. The painting itself is made of resin of different colors and crystals, which makes it look like a cut of natural mineral stone. Even a simple bricklaying process is nice to watch when a professional's involved. Interesting decorative elements can be created in literally half an hour if you have good equipment and some skills. The key to success is a finely adjusted circular saw, which allows you to repeat angles on different workpieces with an accuracy of 1 degree. Removing dirt and unwanted vegetation from paving stones takes a lot of time, unless you have a high-pressure washer. The pump generates a pressure of up to 2,000 bar, and the nozzle adds air to the jet, which greatly increases the destructive power of the water. This is how a car windshield is replaced. First, the master removes all unnecessary things, rubber seals and various accessories like moldings, wipers and plastic protection elements. Then, the main working tool, a metal wire, enters into work. The master moves it along the edges of the glass, gradually cutting the sealant. After removing the bonding layer, nothing else holds the windshield. This chef from Russia managed to turn shawarma making into a real culinary show. See how he masterfully combines slicing meat with juggling. It is no coincidence that baseboards and moldings are usually mounted on top of an already painted wall. Otherwise, the master has to work like this, showing wonders of precision and meticulousness. In this case, the work is even harder because the molding has a complex shape with many curves, which must also stay clean. Putting up wallpaper is in itself a time-consuming, laborious process. In this case, it's further complicated by the unusual pattern that was chosen. The master has to worry not only about the smoothness of the joint, but also about matching the pattern. However, that didn't affect the quality of the work, as well as the speed in any way. It's hard not to love your job when it looks like this. This is how plaster moldings are made, with a simple but efficient tool. This wall becomes the centerpiece of the interior decor, thanks to the talent of the craftsman and the right choice of materials. The first layer of paint is applied to imitate marble. Then the seams, previously covered with tape, are manually coated with gold paint.
Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.